Hi everyone, this is Danielle Andrews. My course is Educational Studies 5999, and we'll just do a brief tour of Module 1, which is, the introduction to the course, which is an introduction to the dissertation. My course focuses on serving as the first in a series of 3 courses, actually, which is introducing doctoral students at the beginning of their study and rather than in the later in their study when it's time to really be thinking about the dissertation. It helps to introduce them to the meaning of the dissertation, its purpose, and the expectations for it proactively at the beginning of the program in an attempt to allow the student to kind of hit the ground running and understanding kind of the ultimate goal and achieving that at the end of their program. So that's kind of the just the generic kind of introduction to what my course purpose is. But for Module 1, again, it's an introduction to the course and to the dissertation. According to the rubric, the first expectation on that is regarding learning resources. In this module in particular, as you'll see, in addition to the learning guide and the course plan, the Lesson 1 presentation serves as kind of the main learning resource for this, so to speak. The presentation is done in Prezi. And I know you all have, maybe not all of you, but some of you have seen this already since we've, as Joni pointed out in our notes, we've kind of been perfecting these over the past couple of weeks, so you've seen this. But Module 1, Lesson 1, actually is the Prezi. So this is how the student accesses that. This basically just gives them an introduction with some text. Some overarching ideas of what the course expectations are. It introduces them to Carmen, and it explains to them in pretty good detail, what the learning expectations are for this particular module. It tells them where to go to in Carmen to access their various information that they need for the week's module, including their reading that they will be doing. It's posted directly on here, but it's also available in a separate document on the module itself as well. So this is the main learning resource, and I think that as far as the rubric goes, I was able to incorporate multiple types of learning resources as part of this one module. So it's kind of learning resources inside of learning resources, if that makes any sense. There's a Voki down here, which actually gives them their assignment to do one of their learning activities, which is to create a Voki. I don't know if any of you have seen or used Vokis before, but basically this Voki is kind of like a character or an avatar that's giving, that I created, that's giving the students their assignment, which is to create a Voki and answering the discussion board question. So I'll quickly play that. So I did need to probably play the whole thing, but so you could see that within the learning activity, not only is it interactive, but it also provides instruction for the student to complete one of their assessed activities, which is the discussion board assignment. As far as the second rubric item goes, learning activities, students participate in the interactive Prezi, which is within Lesson 1, and they engage in a few other activities spurting from that, which is the discussion board, as well as a quiz, which they'll take as a result of reading this article, which again is posted on the module as well. So the third rubric item is opportunities for the learner to assess their progress. The discussion board serves this purpose as students are asked to post a specific answer to a question. which is very helpful. But they also are taking that quiz, which will be graded immediately. It's designed in Google Docs, so that gives the student an opportunity to also see their progress in a pretty prompt manner since it is graded immediately. I'll show you that quiz on the module as well. So there's a lesson 1 presentation. Here's the journal article that is posted, the Yale University Guide, which is also that reading that was in the Prezi. The Module 1 discussion board, which the students are going to be posting their what are your 3 biggest concerns regarding the dissertation process. They'll be posting their vocies to respond to that question. And then if you look down here, there is a survey as well. I just created a brief survey to allow the students to answer a few questions for me as the instructor, which will give me some feedback immediately to help serve them better as well. Sorry about that. That's actually just the... There we go. Okay. Okay, so back to this. The Module 1 quiz, the Yale Dissertation Guide, this is the Google Docs quiz that the student will be completing. It gives them just 8 questions about the reading itself, and it is the point values and all of that for each of these assignments are all on the learning guide, which is also the course plan for the Module 1, which you'll see here. The learning guide and the course plan are both here. Okay, next on the rubric is the assessment. Again, I think I kind of went over this already. The students are quizzed on their completion of the reading through that Google Docs quiz. So that's that rubric item. Course technology, I think you'll see through the various items on here that I did use a number of different types of tech tools and utilizing Voki, Prezi, YouTube, which actually I didn't show that. On the lesson 1 Prezi, there's actually a YouTube video that I included just for fun towards the end. And I will quickly bring that up since I have a little bit of time here. And it was just for fun to show to incorporate another learning tool, but to also just create kind of a more fun, something fun towards the end of the lesson for the students to watch. So you'll see this is kind of fun. Basically, it's a YouTube video of what it's like to finish the dissertation. I think I put congratulations on starting your journey. Let's see. The hope is that this course will motivate you and help you reach the top of the mountain. Getting to the top of the mountain is the ultimate goal. Watch this YouTube clip to the right to get a glimpse into the celebration of turning in your dissertation just for fun. So I just put this kind of fun little short video on here, which I won't show since I'm running a little low on time. But that is just the incorporation of another tech tool to make the course a little bit more interactive and fun for the student as well. Now the learning guide. As you can see at the top of my learning guide, I decided to call it a snapshot because to me that's kind of what these serve the purpose as. It kind of gives a really brief, bullet pointed instruction to the student, giving outlining the expectations for this week or this module. So I put throughout the course, each of the modules will begin with a snapshot learning guide, which will give you the step-by-step version of what's expected of you each week. So as you can see on the learning objectives, this week we'll define the meaning and goals of the dissertation as an academic requirement. That is also laid out on the first page of the module. The learning objectives, learning resources, learning activity, as well as the assessments are also reiterated here for the student. So that is in addition to the course plan, which I also, as I noted earlier, gives them even more insight as to their expectations of the course, the learning objectives overall in the course, the learning goals, and then it breaks down each of the modules. It gives their titles, the objectives, assignments, and the assessments with all of their point values here listed as well. So the student can see that the dissertation guide quiz is worth 40 points for that particular assignment, and that continues on into later modules as well, but that is for another time. So those 5 points on the rubric: learning guide, learning objectives, learning resources, learning activities. I think that between this course plan and the learning guide itself, as well as the information that I included here in the Module 1 introduction and the learning objectives. Again, they're just kind of in more than one place the student has the information that they need to kind of see the expectations and how they will be assessed throughout the Module 1. So that pretty much, I think, finishes it up here. I will finish up here by just showing you the introduction that I have in my module, which is also another Voki. The Voki is a very fun tool, and I actually only use the free version in this particular course that we're in right now, but I hope to use the pro version in later things that I do in my course design, hopefully course design future. Here's my Voki introduction to the course as well. So that's silly, but it's also just kind of fun. Another way that you can, introduce different ideas or concepts to the class, or just add another fun kind of item to the course as well. Joni actually used a Valentine's Day Voki in our class, and there's all kinds of different things that you can do with that. So it's one of my favorite tech tools. I guess that concludes my introduction to Educational Studies 5999. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.